And we are back on AEW Monday Night Dynamite. I am the JamSaw, and with me as always is my broadcast partner, Brock Redhead. How you doing tonight, Brock?
I'm fantastic. I'm actually really happy with, I'm still hyped for what we saw last week with AEW. It's still weird to say that instead of WCW, but let me say though, the one I was most excited to see actually was Eddie. I'm glad I saw him for the first time, and I'm actually hooked on his character.
I'm very glad to hear that, man, because Eddie Kingston, a really huge personality. Really glad to see him joining the AEW roster, and we're even going to hear from him tonight. He's got some things to say to open up the show. He'll be coming out to the stage momentarily to give us the thoughts that are on his mind. So a rough and tumbler brawler, someone who's had beef with Cody Rhodes and Jon Moxley in the past, now trying to stake his claim here in the new AEW Monday Night landscape.
Awesome. I mean, I don't have knowledge of his character and his career so far, so I really can't put in my 2 cents. I just know that as a person who knows nothing of him, he did really good with sinking me into his character. I want to sink my teeth into some more.
Well, I'm very glad to hear that, and we'll be very glad to be showcasing more and more of this fantastic up-and-comer in the coming weeks and months as he goes after gold in the new Monday Night brand.
Perfect.
Now, Jon Moxley, an interesting story as well, is our cross-brand champion currently, and will be facing Roman Reigns at Deck the Halls in 2 weeks.
I'm pumped, dude. I feel like we will see a proper match. Putting Roman Reigns against Dean Ambrose would have been a great match, but the fact that he's embraced and continued to pursue his Jon Moxley persona, I feel like it'll be that much more of a better match.
Definitely. I mean, he's able to let loose and really embrace his character and really put 120% into what he's trying to do. So I think it's going to be a phenomenal showing from the ultimate anarchist to the big dog.
I'm pumped.
Eddie Kingston trying to get a little bit of attention from the crowd, picking up that mic and about to spout his piece. He's no stranger to a promo. If you've never seen an Eddie Kingston promo, I strongly recommend you check out his work in AEW before Monday nights, back when it was on Wednesdays. Fantastic stuff. Makes me think a bit of Taz back in the day.
I was about to say he gives off the vibes that Taz is in the arena.
Definitely not shying away from the words.
Oh no. And I love how he's very straight to the point, and I feel like wrestling needs a lot more of that.
Definitely.
Jon Moxley, I just love that character as well.
Well, I mean, they're perfect friends and enemies, man. They've worked together in the indies. They work together all over the world in different promotions, and it's really fun to see them actually have the chance to go one-on-one in AEW.
I mean, if you were to compare this matchup right here, you said Eddie gives off the vibes of Taz. Mm-hmm. If you were to compare Jon Moxley to somebody, then who would you give to old school back in the day WCW?
Jeez, man, that's kind of crazy. It's hard to make a full-on because he kind of is a mixture of a bunch of different styles. It makes you think a bit maybe Bob Holly, but at the same time, just with this wacky character, maybe a little bit of Hacksaw Jim Duggan with, I don't know, man. It's hard to quantify. He's passion incarnate when it comes to professional wrestling.
Oh, he's not boring. Come on, John.
Yeah, but he's got to go after him, right?
Oh, yeah,
not
true.
Pulling any punches with his old pal Eddie Kingston.
It's like that brotherly bond that he can make fun of him however he wants, but if you make fun of him, then that just won't fly.
But that's it, man. I mean, it's a fraternity and a sisterhood as well with the women wrestlers. There's a bond between what they call the boys and the girls in the back. They don't call each other men; they call them the boys. You know, it's the same thing. It's that spirit of friendship and youth, and even with all the competition going on, just being able to kick back and relax and have a couple beers, even with someone you hate. Pretty cool.
I mean, yeah, this sport is cutthroat and people tend to bury one another. But right at the end of the day, man, we're truly friends here. And if you can have a beer with the person you're having a rivalry with, then I feel like you're doing it right.
Well, definitely, man. I come from a family of 3 boys. You know, I was the oldest of 3 boys, so I know what it's like to be a brother. So I pick on them. I call them names. So if anybody else fucks with them, forget about it.
Oh, yeah. And I'm actually the middle child from my mom's family and then my dad's side, which, of course, they are split up. So, which is weird that I'm in the middle of both of the families. So, I got it from both ends. The older brother, the younger brother who got away with everything. So
you're like a double stuffed Oreo.
Exactly. Ooh, telling him he needs to learn. He basically needs to learn his place. You can't think of yourself.
Well, I mean, he is kind of trying to jump to the top of the list. You know, like Moxley isn't just the AEW champion; he's also the cross-brand champion. So that kind of puts him a bit above. He's above both our world champs.
Yeah, that is true.
And I mean, what has Eddie Kingston really done to show that he deserves to hop right to the top of the line, other than the fact that he knows Jon Moxley, that he's already rented space up in his head?
Oh, shit. Oh, stepped on the wrong toes.
Well, I don't know. Them fighting words, putting that out there. I'm receiving word from backstage that Chris Jericho is making it official. The opening bout for tonight is going to be Eddie Kingston versus Jon Moxley.
Damn.
Yeah, Moxley doesn't seem to be aware that this is the edict that Chris Jericho has put out, because suggesting that this match is worth the wait. Well, people aren't going to have to wait too much longer, because that match is up next.
Oh, boy. All right, let's separate them. Let's get them to their respective corners. Oh, no. Moxley's leaving. Oh, no. Get back in the ring. Yeah, it seems like the crowd really liked what Jon Moxley was saying.
Definitely. And as we can see, Jon Moxley versus Eddie Kingston, as decreed by Chris Jericho, will be happening tonight.
Shit, this is like, to me, the first thing that comes to my mind is this match is sort of like being a young kid and going out to the Christmas tree when your parents are in bed and you're seeing the massive amount of gifts and you're like, I want this to happen right now, but we have to wait until the ring bell starts. And yeah,
it's definitely a holiday surprise of a match, and what an apropos time to be happening in December in our universe mode, week 3 of December. So only one more week of wrestling after this one, and before Deck the Halls, our yearly Christmas time themed pay-per-view.
Yeah, and I just want to say that we are happy that the sister show is going to be bringing back December to Dismember for their pay-per-view right before our pay-per-view. Were you ever a fan of December to Dismember?
Well, I do remember some Decembers that were dismembered, so I'd have to say that I do have some memories of it. Some were fun, some not so much. Eddie Kingston not really giving too much to Moxley so far. Picking him up and slamming him down. Going for that cover. Kick out at 2. Eddie Kingston trying to lay down fists.
Ooh, nice fireman carry.
Yeah, fireman carry bringing John Moxley down, picking it back up. Throwing knees. Boom.
Ooh, nice.
Moxley reversing out of that one, dropping Kingston to the mat. Drilling him several times with some big knees and boots.
Oh, nice.
Kingston ringing his bell. Gets out of that one. Kind of freezes up for a moment.
Oh, no.
Moxley takes advantage of that moment of confusion.
Ooh, there you go.
Boom, another side slam. Moxley's definitely in the driving seat tonight.
He's showing why he is champion.
Ducking that swing by Eddie Kingston, driving him down with a nice clothesline.
Oh, Jesus.
Another huge slam, man. John Moxley is not pulling back at all. He's not pulling any punches.
No.
Interesting rollout. Some real good technical wrestling and back and forth going on. That DDT dropping Kingston down to the mat.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah.
Was that even his paradigm shift? Was that his finishing DDT?
That was pretty quick, though. I'm not going to lie to you.
Got to be a little bit disappointing for Eddie Kingston.
Oh, yeah.
Talking all that trash to be dropped in about 4 minutes.
Oh, God. That's terrible.
But I mean, he kind of like jumped the gun, man. He went straight for the lion when he should have maybe started off with a rabbit.
Yeah, seriously, he didn't know he doesn't know his place. But I hope that Moxley put him in his place tonight.
Well, it definitely looks like it, man. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't if we don't hear Kingston challenging or opening his mouth too heavily in the near future. I think you should just start smaller, maybe even team up with another team, work on the tag circuit a little bit. Who knows? But definitely establish a little bit more before you open your mouth. So Up next, we have a very interesting situation here because our previous Money in the Bank title holder was Adam Cole, who lost his match last week against Lance Archer. So that empty briefcase is now up for grabs. So we're going to have a 4-way ladder match between Hangman Adam Page, Cody Rhodes, Lance Archer, and Kenny Omega to see who will be our Money in the Bank holder and able to exchange that briefcase for a title shot at any time.
I was about to say if they had a time limit, not time limit, a limit on how long they could wait to cash it in.
Yep, until Armenia.
Ooh, which is coming up. Not
3
soon.
months, man. About 3. Well, I'm 4 pay-per-views away.
Yes.
Nice. You can see each couple of dudes are locking up together. Oh, Kenny Omega tossing Archer out and then getting in the mix with Cody and Hangman. Kenny playing it up to the crowd. Ooh, hitting his former tag team partner, Hangman, with an elbow before getting taken out by Lance Archer's big boot. Lance going for the ladder, knowing that this is the only way to win. Why waste time when you can just go straight for the briefcase?
Yeah, see, that is the thing. Let one person throw in a ladder and set it up, and you can use that as a template for every superstar to climb up. Like, why wouldn't that be a thing?
Exactly. It makes no sense, man. You know, a maneuver that I would love to see in this kind of scenario is a move called the Eddie Guerrero, where you could pick up a chair and toss it in someone's hands and then fall to the ground and pretend like you got hit. That would be beautiful. Oh, tossing Lance to the outside. Kenny Omega picking up that ladder, smacking his former partner in the face, setting it up.
I would actually love to see when Shelton placed a ladder against another ladder and he ran off it and clotheslined the person.
Yeah. Oh, Hangman going for a quick access while everyone else is distracted. There's already one rung undone. Wow, try to say that 3 times fast. One rung undone. Boom! Kenny Omega dropping them both. Ooh! And he eats steel ladder. Cody Rhodes bulldogging his face into that ladder. Setting it up, dodging that huge arm by Lance Archer. Kicking away, Cody throwing feet. Oh, getting captured by Lance, though, going for a huge suplex. Kenny not phased at all. He's like, screw it, I'm going to go around the side. I'm going to go for that briefcase. Kenny knows what's up. Oh, but Lance Archer going to deny him.
Ooh, nice chop. There you go.
Huge chops by Kenny Omega, but Hangman and Cody teaming up to... What the hell's happening with Cody? Jesus.
Is he going to reverse it? Nope.
Hangman tossing Cody around like a baby, picking Kenny onto the steel ladder vertebrae, rolling across those rungs. Hangman going up for a steal, but seeing his former tag team partner got up. Kenny picking him up. Boom! Rolling Samoan, but Hangman not phased in the slightest. Must be all the whiskey he drinks before his matches every show. Ooh! Pile driver knocking him the fuck out and climbing up that ladder. Kenny Omega reaching, trying for more rungs.
Did we get a second one, though?
Yeah, got
we did.
Almost a third before Hangman was able to club his legs and distract him enough. Cody then throwing fists at him. Hangman changing focus like he was trying to protect Kenny for a second. Cody, seeing that moment, going for it, gets a run.
Got 3,
runs.
got 4.
3.
Got 5. Oh, fuck.
3 were done by Cody. Ooh, dropped his
on the
spine
ladder.
right on the corner of that ladder. Oh, you're going to get choke slammed by the murder hawk, Lance Archer.
That was a one-handed.
Lance fortuitously dodged that super kick.
The word of the day.
For another rung, but oh no! Oh, I thought he was going to drop him right on Cody, but
Jesus, so much going on in such little time.
Cody getting tossed to the corner by Lance Archer. Lance spinning around and going to go for some. Oh, Cody gets out of it. Oh, but Lance gets the upper hand in the end.
Would you say that Lance is the biggest threat in this match?
Well, he's definitely the biggest threat, but he's also kind of stupid.
Oh, no!
Should have focused on Kenny, who was still standing behind him. And crashed right onto the ladder.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, Cody able to fight out. Tosses the Canadian assassin to the corner. Boom. Big punch.
Oh, going for an avalanche?
Going outside, an avalanche suplex to the outside. Boom! Right on top of Lance Archer. All 3 men around, and a ladder. This is awesome chance from the crowd as Hangman Paige has set up the ladder. Everyone's outside, distracted. Doesn't see Hangman going straight up. Reaching for that briefcase. Going for another rung. Cody's climbing. Going to contest it, but Hangman able to fire off the first punch, rakes the eyes, knocks Cody down, goes back up. He's reaching for that briefcase, gets another rung. One left to do. One left to do, and everyone's outside, and Hangman has done it. Wow. Hangman Adam Page is now the Money in the Bank holder.
Now, I know I asked this last week, but on a scale 1 to 10, how much of a threat to Moxley's title is Paige?
Paige wouldn't be a threat to Moxley's title because Moxley's the cross brand that can only be defended between us, but he could be a pretty huge threat to Chris Jericho.
Yeah, yes, Jericho I meant. I mean, Jericho is near the end of his career. He's been doing this for a long time, so do you think
quite
he's
possibly one of those types that can keep on going and going? I mean, look at Ric Flair. He still performs even though he should have really retired for quite some time.
Right.
So up next, we have a women's NXT title championship rematch. Paige is putting in her rematch clause against Asuka for that title. She's going to try to take back what was stolen from her. Last time was a submission match. This time it's a Falls Count Anywhere match. So this really could be anyone's game. Who do you think? Who do you think?
And last week, Paige secured her number one contender spot, so her number one contender's title spot. So
exactly, and cost Tony Storm a job. She was let go after that final loss.
Really?
Kept losing. We couldn't keep her on anymore. That's the one thing I do have to say about Jericho is he's very cool and he gives you opportunities, but you only get so many before you have to pay the piper.
Yeah, I was about to say, like I feel like Jericho is more cutthroat than The Rock is about positions, and that might be, the reason why he might lead this place better than The Rock might. I don't know.
Well, I mean, I agree and I disagree. I miss seeing Tony's sweet booty, but
I'm telling you,
she wasn't really winning matches, and that's what you're here to do. We're not all about eye candy here in AEW. We want to see fantastic matches. I mean, we've tried to keep some of the previous WWE women in our employ as well, like Asuka and Paige and Nikki Cross and Sasha Banks, Mickie James. All of those are still saying Natalya, Beth Phoenix. None of those women have been released yet. However, Shayna Baszler was already released due to losses. We've released Candice LeRae because Johnny Gargano also was released. So we figured we'd let them go as a couple. Tommaso Ciampa. Finn Balor has been released.
Yeah, and if you remember correctly, Shayna actually showed up to help WWE in the invasion for ECW, and she lost to Trish Stratus.
That's true. That's true. So she's still on a losing streak. Even when let go from us and taken back by WWE, she's not able to rise up to the occasion and actually show that she's worth as much stock as we put in her as WCW.
Correct. Ooh, nice clothesline.
Yeah, Paige just barbarian delivering the punishment to Asuka.
And I don't know if it's true or not, if it's just rumor, but is it true that WWE tried getting Paige and Nikki Cross to side with them for tomorrow night?
Well, I did hear that they were approached. I'm not sure if they knew that they were currently employed.
Well, they turned them down because they're still here. So, I mean, that's good because I feel like, listen, we know with WC, which is now the new brand, but with WCW and ECW, when it comes to that, ECW doesn't favor well when it comes to facing WCW's product. So thank God they turned them down because they're still here.
Well, man, like I said, we do what we can for our superstars. We also like participating with you in our monthly pay-per-views, and I love being on commentary for ECW. You know, I know too that your Friday night sister show with Retro is very, very cool. I watched that as well. I did want to let you know that if ever you're in a Lurch again, though, and you want someone to help out on commentary, poke me. You never know; I might be available. But only as an as-needed basis to help the product.
Right, correct. We really hope that people have enjoyed the Monday night product and the purple brand. And
last Friday, man, Deuce and Domino tore it down. If it wasn't for those strobes, that could have been the match of the night. Although Cesaro's a beast, man. He never really had the opportunity to shine in any other environment. And now I think he's stealing the show on Friday night.
Well, let me get your opinion on one of those matches. Lashley actually won a number one contender spot a few weeks ago. Mm-hmm. So him and Cesaro are going to be in a triple threat match with Buddy Murphy for the world title. So who do you think is going to pull that out?
That's a really tough call. I'm going to actually lean towards Buddy Murphy just because I think that he has studied under Seth Rollins enough to know how to maximize his opportunity in a triple threat scenario. I think he'll hang back a little bit and let the other two duke it out some more than just try to sneak in for a stealthy win. You have to keep in mind that having a mentor such as Seth can only help you in those out-of-the-box scenarios.
Yeah. Perfect. So we'll jot that down, and that will be your prediction for Friday. So let's hope. Well, Cesaro is known for taking down a champion, which was Buddy Murphy.
Cesaro is who I want to win, but I think Buddy Murphy.
Correct. But the fact that he decrowned Buddy Murphy and then retired the Big Show, I mean, they've got some big shoes to fill to take out Cesaro.
Yeah, man, but I mean, he is the Swiss Superman, so I wouldn't hold any doubts against Cesaro being able to flourish in an environment where he can truly be himself, where he has a bit more creative control over his own destiny. You know, that's what I love about both of our brands is just the fact that we don't fall into old patterns, and we try to constantly evolve and change and allow the talent to grow and flourish.
Yeah.
And if it's not working out, we fire their ass.
Exactly. Ooh, there you go, working on the back. Oh, Asuka saying no.
Asuka able to do a quick kick out there.
Ooh, nice.
Paige tosses her over her shoulder. Both women looking pretty worse for the wear so far.
See, they always go for that punch way too soon.
Oh, gonna take her to the corner. Tossing her over the ropes instead. Yeah, wiping her hands.
My job here is done.
Throwing those shoulders or forearms down on the back of the skull. Asuka able to break out.
Now, in your opinion, so our last match, the Fatal Four-Way, when Cody suplexed Paige off of the top turnbuckle to the outside, that's one of the scariest bumps that you can do without you using a ladder.
Well, they did use a ladder to help break their fall.
Right.
A ladder on the outside.
How do you prepare your mind and body for something like that?
Painkillers.
Oh,
that's just about it. Painkillers and trust, man. You got to trust that your colleagues are there to help protect their investment. That's the one thing about this performance and this art form is, there's a bond of trust and strength, and it really is a brotherhood between these performers to be able to put on this type of entertainment. It's not easy, It's like they deserve the money that they get. They deserve probably more money than they get because the fact that people in other sports like football and all that, I'm not saying that you don't work for that money, but the fact that they get paid millions of dollars a year for what they do, and people here, unless you are the top dog, you don't get paid that much. Well, you do get paid a lot. But you don't get paid as much as, say, Triple H and John Cena and all that. You gotta work to get there, and sometimes you never really do. You're just a jobber. Exactly. But it's the same thing in most industries, like sports, entertainment, music. It's that same type of thing. You could be a touring band that's making enough money to eat, or you can be that multi-million-dollar platinum artist that makes music just by sampling other people's tracks.
Yep.
Anyway. I don't know, man. Earlier today, I was on YouTube, and I saw this video by this band called Little Big, called Suck My Dick 2020.
There we go.
Something like that. It was already 4 million views. I'm like, so even if they got $1 per view, that's $4 million for just a song where people are like, suck my dick 2020, suck my dick 2020. And I'm like, why can't I do that?
And then there's
I'll just retire after one hit. That's fine.
Right? But then there are the YouTubers that make... No, I am not saying that I make great content, but there's YouTubers that have millions of subscribers that make worse content than I do, and they're making buku bucks. And I'm just like, okay. Asuka take it.
Retaining that championship. Paige has now not only lost her title to Asuka, but lost her rematch. So she can she's no longer number one contender. We're going to have to find another number one contender for the mid-card title.
I thought that Paige was going to have a better chance. I mean, there were a lot of close.
It was so close. Asuka was just a little bit more endurant. She had a bit more stamina, a bit more strength. She was red and kicking out at 2. So you have to admit she's a tank.
Yeah, she came to play. It always comes down, you both can be matched in physical strength and stamina and everything, but it all comes down to that mindset. And Asuka just might have been more mentally prepared to defend her title versus Paige gaining the title.
Agreed.
Damn. I mean, Asuka was dominant in the Indies, and then in NXT, and then Raw, then SmackDown, and she was dominant in WCW, and now she's dominant in the AEW.
Yeah, the only time she wasn't dominant in WWE was when Flair was around.
And of course, it's Flair.
Yeah, so up next, cashing in on that win from last week, Sammy Guevara is going to challenge AJ Styles for the TNT Championship. which is our new mid-card championship. So replacing Intercontinental, we're going with the TNT Championship because we're airing on TNT. We are AEW, and those were their belts. We're still looking at changing the women's title, but honestly, I don't like the old AEW belt for women, so I'm looking for alternatives that actually I can download that don't turn all fucking stupid looking when I download.
Yeah, see, when I saw the women's title for AEW, I thought of, remember when the Big Show was ECW World Champion in 06, and it just sat on his shoulder because it was so small.
Yeah.
That's how I see it.
Yeah. And I picture it more like a utility belt of a superhero from a fucking comic book. It doesn't look like a title belt. It looks like, oh,
yeah,
Robin
I feel like
reached into my utility belt.
Oh no, Robin, no. But no, I feel like that belt was made specifically for, who was it? That really small woman who became the first AEW World Champion.
Leo, wasn't it?
Yes,
yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that belt was made specifically for her.
It was definitely very dainty. And then Nyla Rose, the first official trans woman to win a women's title. It looks so small and dinky.
That's what I'm saying. The Big Show style. That's what I'm saying. Fuck, going for that armbar. Sammy saying no, though.
Yeah, Sammy able to fight out, man. And like I said, like I've compared him before, and I'll compare him again. He is a modern day Eddie Guerrero type of character, man. He can fly high. He's quick. He's nimble. He had some excellent feuds with Matt Hardy. He is a huge supporter of Chris Jericho, a big member of the Inner Circle. Ooh, huge dropkick, taking down AJ Styles. Boom, curb stomping him down. Going for a quick cover.
Nope.
Sammy unable to get him to stay down this soon in the match.
Ooh, nice. See, I'm a fan of the submission. Being someone who studied jitsu, I'm a huge fan of when people can really transition perfectly and not over the moon type to get their submissions. And when Styles does that float over to the armbar, it's really a beautiful thing.
Yeah, man. There's a handful of superstars that can really pull off that type of maneuvering, man. But it's breathtaking to watch. I mean, Sammy, as you can see, he's one of those float over types. You know, he can transition from like brawling to high flying. And he's not an exclusive. He's a bit of both worlds. But I mean, I felt the same way about Eddie Guerrero, man, because he could pick you up, suplex you, toss you around, and then go flying high. You know?
Oh yeah. 2? No.
2 count. Sammy not quite taking it away this quickly. Surprisingly, AJ Styles not quite putting on as strong a performance as I expected.
Just looking at his tray right now.
I mean, I guess maybe a little bit of respect, but still. Ooh.
Oh, nice.
Going for a cover on Sammy. Sammy not really hurt enough to stay down.
No. Oh, he's going that phenomenal.
For it. Boom! A phenomenal forearm taking Sammy Guevara down.
If Sammy can kick out, he's got one in the bank.
2.5 count. Sammy's still got his own finisher to pull off, but AJ Styles unable to keep him down. Throwing fists. Ooh, tossing him over his shoulder.
Nice. Yeah, Sammy's got one in the chamber right now, so if he can lay it out, I feel like Styles might be done.
Bam,
good.
Slam to the post.
Do it in the ring. Do not do it on the
2
outside.
count so far, still good. Oh, drop kick into the apron. tossing AJ Styles back into the ring.
Come on, Sammy.
Gonna go high. Huge! I can't even count how many rotations that was. Was it 480? 360? And Sammy Guevara able to take it with a high-flying finisher.
Wow, that was beautiful.
Sammy is the new TNT champion. So that means that Chris Jericho's number one of his lieutenants from AEW, or from the Inner Circle, Sammy Guevara, is now the mid-card champion. Now, if Santana and Ortiz are able to get the number one contendership tonight, they'll face the Young Bucks at the pay-per-view for the opportunity to be the AEW Tag Team Championship. So if the Inner Circle holds all the gold, that would mean they truly rule AEW. Fuck.
Oh, wow. A 4-way tornado tag.
It is, man. We're going to see the best friends, Chuck and Trent, versus the Lucha Brothers. Penta and Phoenix versus FTR, which is formerly the Revival of Scott Dash and Dash Wilder. And, of course, Santana and Ortiz, formerly LAX from TNA, now members of the Inner Circle.
Now I gotta ask you: do you think that they lost their edge and because when they were on TNA, they were like ruthless and cutthroat. They were very from the streets. So do you think that they might have lost that, or do you think they're more ruthless?
Well, I mean, it's a bit of both. You know, like they're part of a faction, but before they were just a team. You know, they had a mouthpiece. They had Conan, I think, that would come out and really manage them and point them in the right direction. But Conan was also kind of part of the game, you know. And in this instance, I mean, we already have Chris Jericho with Sammy and Jake Hagar. Now these two, it's like, are they just extra muscle? You know, like, are they just foot soldiers for the general, and everyone else is like lieutenants who quite knows the hierarchy? But I do think that they are formidable and pose a decent challenge and a threat.
Awesome.
Wow. Just like chaos from the get-go. Hard to really call any of the action because everybody's just all over the place.
All right, so then let's start with this. Who do you think out of these four teams would be the biggest threat to the Young Bucks title?
Well, I mean, they've had many a rivalry with Penta and Phoenix, the Lucha Brothers, so I think they could definitely stand a huge threat towards them. But also FTR, you know, they are a strong old school team. They're like the fists to the flips of the Young Bucks. They're like a perfect antithesis of one another and could put on a really great show. But I mean, Penta and Phoenix are very much the bouncy, springy, technical high flyers, so fit right in with the Young Bucks. Any of these teams, if they were to win, would make, and like also LAX, you know, they're very, very synchronous. They're very old school and very much into tag, and that's all they're really focusing on. So it's that art form that makes them a formidable opponent. So it's really anyone's game. It's really difficult to call. But who would I like to see? Probably FTR. Who I will likely see is probably the Lucha Brothers, because I think they're probably the overall most well-rounded team out of all of them.
Okay, so then you didn't name one team that was the best friends. So would their win be considered a Cinderella story?
I would say so, yes. You know, like they've earned their spot to be here, but if we were to put everyone on a tiered platform, the best friends would probably be on the lowest tier so far, because they really haven't. They've proven that they're loyal to one another and they never give up. They haven't proven that they're winners or that they can attain higher heights than they currently have.
Oh, there you go. Oh, Jesus.
Boom.
Both that
Dropping it onto Santana. Wow. Penta really putting the hurt on Dash Wilder. Getting all funky. Oh. Santana taking it to Dash in the corner. Scott Dawson dropping Penta into the mix, so he's getting hit as well. Like I said, just pure chaos. This type of match is just insane to try to call because there's too much action going on to really follow 100%.
So then let's take a break real quick and let me get your input. What was, from what you can recall without going deep, without you really trying to search for one, what was the scariest bump you've ever seen in any tag team match from WCW to the WWE?
Well, when the Edge speared Jeff Hardy off of the hanging from the briefcase or the belts, and their tails. And the Lucha Brothers took it away.
Man, well, shit.
Yeah. So it was a chaotic event, but like I said, the most proficient technical wrestlers in the whole group, the Lucha Brothers, able to take it all away.
Damn.
And like I said, real quick, the scariest bump I saw, Edge taking out Jeff Hardy in their TLC match. You know, like when he was just hanging there and then Edge speared him from the top rope was incredible. Mm-hmm. So we're going to close out with this. These are your number one contenders for the Young Bucks. So we'll be seeing this at Deck the Halls, one of the matches brought to you by the new Monday Night Dynamite AEW. I want to thank you very much for watching, and thank you, Brock, for joining me, and we look forward to talking to you next time. Peace.